The New Smyrna Museum of History presents Minorcan Voices, oral histories by descendants of Florida's Turnbull settlement. Today's special guest, Mary Drew.
My relatives are through the Arnauls, who came over from San Felipe. They went from the little village of San Felipe into Mahon, and then from Mahon over here to New Smyrna, and then finally ended up in Mayport, Florida. Grandpa Stephen, apparently like a lot of the Minorcans, liked to drink, and one night he got very drunk and was coming home, and he turned the corner with his horse and buggy, and he turned the corner too quick, and the buggy tipped over, and my grandmother Florida was mad at him for coming home drunk, so she went and unhitched the mule and put it in the stable, and when he woke up the next morning, he looked all around and he said, "Well, if this is Stephen, he's lost a mule. If it isn't Stephen, he's found a buggy." I was dark complected when I was born, and the nurse asked Daddy what he thought of me, and he said, "I think she's a little smoky." So and growing up here in New Smyrna, as I was telling y'all, I didn't know I had another name until I was in like 8th or 10th grade and had a Yankee teacher come in, call me Mary. Well, I've already donated to the museum what we always called a bullet mold, but really it's a sinker mold. And it's the mold that Grandpa Stephen had used and had given my father. And Daddy used to make sinkers, and it's like a pair of pliers, really, that you poured the metal into and held it until the leads formed. And then my grandfather, I also gave a cast net. It's either the last linen cast net my father ever made, or one of the ones that my grandfather made. But I've donated both of those to the museum, and I've just brought in some pictures of my grandmother's grandparents, Pancha, and her name was Francesca, but they called her Pancha, and Esteban Arnau, and then Grandpa Arnau, the one with the mule, and then my grandmother. We just have such a unique heritage that nobody seems to know a whole lot about. It was the biggest mass colonization, I believe, in the United States. And growing up, knowing I was a Minorcan, I didn't know there were any other Minorcans in New Smyrna, aside from the Joanne and her family, until I got to be about 30 years old, and all of a sudden discovered there were all these hidden Minorcans in here. And as I say, it's such a rich, colorful, and enduring heritage. I want more people to know. I'd like for more people to know about it and know what stalwart people these were and how hard the conditions were and how they survived all these years, and their sense of humor and perseverance.